All right, episode 15, Dynasty Trades in 5. I'm Clay with DynastyPandemic.com and Dynasty Trades in 5.
I'm Shane, still Shane. That's Scott. And we're doing Dynasty Trades in 5. Today, guess what, guys? We're hitting George Kittle.
Great job,
George
Shane.
Kittle.
Great job.
Good job, Shane. All right, so let's get started. Obviously, he's a frustrating player. I have 0 shares, so maybe I should.
Okay, well, let me ask you this.
What's up?
Let me ask you this, Clay. I am going to turn the tables on you, sir.
Let's do it.
I have TJ Hawkinson. Would you give me George Kittle and a second-round pick for TJ Hawkinson?
No.
No. The second. Is that that's over the line?
I don't think I would want to do a different position. I think that's a wash for me. The second doesn't really do much. I would rather just hold whatever piece I'm on, whatever piece I have.
So you still value Kittle as Hawkinson? Because a lot of people are moving Kittle right down that line, that tight end, that ranking.
I can't do Kittle. He seems like he's very frustrating to own, so I don't have any of them. You know, he looks good, but he plays way too hard for himself. I don't know. Maybe needs to lay off the yayo a little bit. But yeah, I don't do Kittle. What about you, Scott?
I do have 10 George Kittles. So 10 teams with George Kittle. They've been suffering this year so far. I actually made some big moves to acquire him before the season and figured the injury stuff might just reverse itself and go back to average at least. But there he goes. He's been, out basically more than half the year now. I think at this point, Hawkinson's over Kittle, but as we start to see that Hawkinson really hasn't smashed recently either, and he's been hurt now as well, to where unless he takes time off, what is the difference between Hawkinson that's playing at 70, 80%, really not recovering because he's playing, stuck with an offense that used to be like, let's just feed Hawkinson 12 targets a game, but then we realize that's not sustainable or not going to happen. So I think there's not a huge difference other than the age. And this might sound maybe a little bit biased. I don't think Hawkinson is on the same level as Kittle. He's not as good. He's young, but I think Hawkinson got overrated in Dynasty because we saw the situation and we just followed, well, he's going to get so many targets. So I think I'd still prefer Kittle to Hawkinson, but on the market, that's not the case. If I have Kittle, I can't just send him for Hawkinson right now, and the team's just going to accept it. I mean, Kittle's on injured reserve. Hawkinson's playing. That's a huge difference during the season. So I wouldn't do that, but I'm with Clay. Like, I'm not really that deal, whatever side I'm on, I'm not urging to go get the other side. So if I know Kittle's going to go down again and spend another 3 weeks on the IR, I may throw in the second just to get the player now. But that's because I'm getting 3 weeks of a guy I can start. That's it. The long-term value, I don't think, is that big a difference. And, the last thing I'll say is there's a big, big unknown with both teams.
I have another trade offer.
But I think I'll lean on. Okay, let's hear it.
I was like, why are you raising your hand?
We're going to go to it's tight end premium, right? But it's just 1 point.
Doesn't matter unless they're top 8, which these guys are.
1.55 tight end premium. No PPC. George Kittle for Ezekiel Elliott.
I wouldn't want to trade my Zeke share for George Kittle. I'd rather look elsewhere to try to get a tight end plus versus just say, okay, it's 1 for 1. He wouldn't be the trade target. So that'd be the thing is I think I'd prefer Kittle if he was out there doing what he did in 2018 or 2019 before he's hurt. But when he's hurt, that just wouldn't be the angle I would go. And I prefer Mark Andrews to George Kittle, which I think people are surprising when I say that. But at this point, he's attached to a better offense, a more efficient offense, an offense that's throwing more than George Kittle's team, and he's not hurt. So, that's how quick it can change.
We'll do one more.
George Kittle or DJ Moore?
Ooh.
DJ Moore. Not even a question.
Ooh. That's tough. Okay, here's the last thing I'll say about Kittle. The same thing that drove Kyle Pitts as high as he was in rookie drafts is the same reason why Kittle will always be able to be traded for a premium. It doesn't even matter the points they're scoring. It's the above replacement production you're getting against the rest of your league. When Kittle's healthy and he's seeing even just his target share, which was never really as high as some of the other elite tight ends, the difference above replacement compared to the rest of your league is why he's valued where he is. You can't even look at him and be like, oh, he's not going to play till he's 32. He plays too reckless. He gets hurt too much. Give me the 10 games that he's 20 points a game or more in tight end premium, or 19 points a game, whatever he scored when he was at. That's all I'm playing for. I'll figure out the rest. That's what I'm paying for. I'm not necessarily paying for this guy that's going to play till he's 35.